I the asshole? A legendary subreddit that I have heard tales of, so many stories, but I've never actually looked at it myself. So I, Judge Crystal, will be the judge of the subreddit, and I will determine if you are indeed the asshole or not. I have a feeling that this will be like a multi-part series because I would love to bring in some of my friends and maybe like have multiple people in on these situations, get multiple perspectives. But for now, for the first episode, I want to explore this solo, and then I will bring in friends maybe for future episodes. You guys let me know, because I don't know. I don't even know if this is going to work out. What if I don't even like it? I don't know. We're just going to find out. But anyway, welcome to this week's episode of... I already forgot our name of this series. Going down the Reddit hole. I knew that. So anyway, let's see if you are indeed the asshole. All right. Oh my God. Lots of big walls of text, but hey, I'm looking forward to it. Let's go. My brother-in-law, Sammy, lost his home shortly after his divorce 10 years ago. He moved in with us and brought his twin daughters, Olivia and Sloane, that's a name, with him a couple of months ago. His sister, my wife, and I, have one daughter, and she and her cousins aren't close but get along fine. Olivia and Sloane have no respect for Zoe's privacy. None. They used to walk into her room and take everything they could get their hands on. Makeup, phone accessories, clothes, school laptop. Zoe complained a lot, and I've already asked the girls to respect Zoe's privacy and stop taking things. My wife and Sammy saw no issue with this. After all, they're girls, and After all, they're girls, and this is typical teenager girl behavior. I completely disagreed. Last straw was when Zoe bought a $60 MAC makeup kit that looked like a paint set that she saved up for over a month, and one of the girls, Sloane, took it without permission and ruined it by mixing shades together while using it. Oh, don't know much about makeup, but that's what Zoe said when she found the kit on her bed and was crying. I told my wife, and she said she'd ask Sloane to apologize, but I got Zoe a lock after I found she was moving valuable belongings out of the house because of this incident. Sammy and his daughters saw the lock and weren't happy. The girls were extremely upset. Sammy asked about it, and I straight up told him. He said, "My daughters aren't thieves. It's normal that girls of the same age borrow each other's stuff." He said Zoe could easily get another makeup kit for $15 from Walmart and shouldn't even be buying expensive adult makeup in the first place, and suggested my wife take care of this defect in Zoe's personality, trying to appear older than she is. This is messed up. And he accused me of being overprotective and babying Zoe with this level of enablement. I told him this is between me and my wife, but she shamed me for putting a lock on Zoe's door for her cousins to see and preventing them from spending time with her, saying I was supposed to treat them like daughters. Then demanded I remove it, but I said this lock does not get removed till her brother and his daughters are out of the house. She got mad. I was implying we kicked them out and said her family will hate me for this, so I reminded her that I let Sammy and his family move in, which is something her own family refused to do, so she should start with shaming and blaming them for not taking their own son and niece's granddaughters in. If it wasn't for her family's unwillingness to help, we wouldn't be dealing with this much disturbance at home. Everyone's been giving me and Zoe silent treatment, and my wife is very much upset over this. I am appalled. Oh my God, just standing up for Zoe? This is insane behavior. You are not the asshole. This is actually insane. You're the only one sticking up for Zoe. Yeah, imagine being 16. It's like such a critical time in your life. Well, I mean, all stages of life are critical, but like being a teenager, you definitely she needs support. She can't be the only one fending for herself. I mean, and nothing seems wrong here. Okay, I'll try to keep this short. I had a 1967 Impala 4-door that I bought in February 2019. A couple months ago, I bought my first house that had a 2.5 car garage. I moved the car in and started tearing down for a complete restoration. I had the body in one bay and the chassis in another, plus the whole garage filled with parts. About 2 months ago, my girlfriend came to live with me during this whole crisis and the whole time has hated that car. She wants to park it in the garage, but I have 2 acres of land with a lot of nice places to park under shady trees parties or hell, even in the barn if it has to be inside. I tell her, tough luck, it's my house. It's not like I can just throw it back together real quick. Anyways, I was out of town for a couple days on a business trip with a small local company I work for. When I got back, my girlfriend was all smiles, making me food all the time, doing all the chores, all that. I thought maybe she was just happy to have me home, but then I realized that I didn't see her car in its usual spot. I asked her where she parked so I could make sure I mow that area and keep it clean, and she said not to worry because she parked in the garage. I asked how, and she told me to go check it out. Turns out that while I was gone, she hired some people to come over and move everything related to that car, including the drivetrain, body, and chassis on all parts, and take it to the local dump and scrub. I was dumbfounded. I had spent over $11K on that car, including new parts and services in the car itself. I told her that I was going to be taking her to court for that, and she brushed me off like I was being dramatic. She's psychotic. I told her that it's done between us and to pack her things and leave. I admit I was really angry, but I did end up getting a lawyer, and as I have all the receipts for all the money spent, and I have her on my house's security cam footage, letting the guys in and watching them take it all, I think I can win. Her family and friends are absolutely blowing me up, saying it's just a stupid old piece of junk and that she cannot pay back all that money I spent and that I should just let it go. But I've been putting all my time, effort, and money into that car for a year and a half, and god damn it if I'm not going to get justice for what she did. No, you are not the asshole. Holy fuck. This woman just sounds psychotic. Jesus Christ. To go to those lengths and not even like tell you, discuss it with you, that's not a relationship, buddy. I got a call from her mom about 20 minutes ago, and she said that I was ruining her daughter's life over a supercar. This is insane. This is insane. They found my car. The junkyard guys apparently were in the middle of hiding it when the police came to ask them questions. It was on the forklift, and they were going to put it on top of a pile of cars that was hidden behind. Oh my God. They said it was theirs, and they had the title, but obviously didn't have the title for it. And since they matched the VIN on the chassis and body to the VIN on my title, it was obviously mine. I know at least one person there has been arrested. I think he was in the camera footage I talked about earlier, but I don't know if it was the boss or whomever, or even his specific charge. They also told me that they would be looking into the specific junkyard for any other vehicles that were reported stolen. Oh, wow. They haven't been able to get into contact with my ex just yet, but they're working on it. I'm just so glad that they found my car. Luckily, I made quite an album of pictures detailing me and tearing it down, the car. So I can use that to prove what parts they had were mine, and I can hopefully get back most of or all of it back. Wow. I would absolutely sue her ass. Yeah, no, that's so extreme for something that you put a lot of time and effort into, and for her to not care at all about it? Holy shit. I'm appalled! You are like beyond the asshole! Girl? Not him, girl! Like, how do you have the nerve to do something like that in someone's home? She isn't even your wife! She just sounds like a psychotic girl, and yeah. I would have dumped her on the spot, too. Would I be the asshole if I took over planning my own funeral from my very religious parents? Whoa. Yeah, kind of. Even if you're not, like, I'm not religious. Like, oh my God. My stepdaughter, Madeline, was about a year old when I married her mother, Jessica. Madeline's father died before she was born. Madeline is currently 15, and she's rebelling for almost everything. She did something bad, so while picking her up, I set a punishment up for her. Then she said, "You're not my dad. I don't have to follow you." Honestly, I got a bit hurt from that, but I understand that she didn't mean it and that she'd probably change. I just replied, "I'm still your legal guardian for the next 3 years, and as long as you're in my house, you have to follow my rules." That happened about 2 days ago. So, our family was going grocery shopping when Madeline said, "I'm hungry, I need food." I decide to be extremely cheeky and say, "Hi, hungry, I'm not your dad." My son just started to laugh uncontrollably. My daughter was just quiet with embarrassment, and my wife was berating me not to stoop down to her level. I honestly thought it was a funny dad joke, and my son agrees. So, am I the asshole? I go to my daughter's room after dinner and begin talking with her. "Hey, I'm really sorry that I hurt you by the words I said, and I really am your dad. I changed your diapers, I met your boyfriend, I plan on helping you through college, and plus I'm legally your dad, so we're stuck together. Seriously, I'm going to love you like my daughter, even if you don't think that I'm your dad." Then I hugged her. She started to cry. I assume that's good. That is good. This is a situation where this just seems like a rough relationship that both sides need to work out. But yeah, a kid going through their teens is extremely rough to deal with, I think, for any parent. I know whenever I was a teenager, I was such a bitch, and I don't know how my mom put up with me. Like, fuck. I think, yeah, this is a situation where no one party is the asshole, just like, this is shit situation. But it's good that he turned around and like sat down with her. I like this one. You the asshole, but a small one. It's a fun joke, but wrong audience. Yeah, there's like a time and a place for jokes. Am I the asshole refusing to pay for my sister's husband's surgery with my inheritance college money? You're 18 years old and asking yourself this, sweetie. Oh my God. That sounds so rough. Just the beginning of this. We lost our dad a year ago. Oh my God, inheritance college money. Oh God, that's so rough. This sounds like such an American problem too, with how much it shouldn't be that expensive to get surgery. Just, that's ridiculous. Oh my God. My dad-in-law just got a hemorrhage surgery. He had a brain hemorrhage. Really, really scary. And I can't imagine the cost of these kinds of things, like being in Canada. You know, that shit's free. You wouldn't even have this issue. Like, nobody should even have this issue in the first place. That's what's so sad about this. You are not the asshole. Honestly, society is the problem. Blame society. That shouldn't even be a worry on your brain, especially for being so young. You're 18. That's some super heavy shit for being 18 years old. Like, goddamn, dude. Poor girl. Am I the asshole for telling my extended family how many men, roughly, my sister has slept with after she outed her youngest brother as a virgin? We had a family dinner this evening. My family has 4 kids in total. Me, my elder sister, younger sister, and youngest brother. Extended family attended our family dinner, so all of our significant others are cousins, aunts, and uncles, etc. During the dinner, my elder sister and youngest brother got into a mild disagreement. My sister seemed, at least to me, to be coming across as very aggressive out of frustration and losing said argument. The two of them were too absorbed in their argument to realize the rest of us were getting a bit fed up. Eventually, my sister got really fed up and said, "Shut up, I'm not going to argue with a 22-year-old virgin." My brother hadn't done any personal attacks until that point. It was completely unprovoked. I think it might have been the alcohol, as my sister is a mean drunk. Anyway, I immediately told my sister to grow up and that she was making an embarrassment of herself. She replied by saying everyone knows he's a virgin and she didn't say anything wrong. Ah! This annoyed me, as my bro definitely has confidence issues and doesn't need to be made fun of like this. So I responded by saying how she slept with over 100 men while she was in college, and that since everyone in the family knows this, it's not a big deal, right? Turns out her husband didn't know this amazingly. I genuinely assumed he must have known. He left the party angrily, saying my sister misled him about her past. Family is blaming me for their marital problems. I refuse to accept I did anything wrong. My sister bullied my brother in front of everyone. All I did was give her a taste of her own medicine. Okay. You do not typically fight fire with fire. So like responding with that, not so great, especially when she's already like a mean drunk and she's already in not a good state. Like just adding more fuel to the fire doesn't solve any situations ever. But she also sucks for not being forward with her husband about this information. Like that might have been like one of the first conversations that I had with Dom, and like we're talking about our past relationships and stuff, you know, kind of clearing the air a little bit. You know, we got out of the way so fast, but you have to be genuine with it. But yeah, the fact that she never said anything, like that's important stuff. That's stuff that means a lot to, you know, not just guys, but girls too. Having that prior information, really. It was not on you for bringing those marital problems up. Like, you are not wrong, technically, but you are, and just not the appropriate time to add fuel to the fire. But everybody, yeah, like everybody sucks here. The sister and you for adding fuel. It's weird. Yeah, one person making personal attacks doesn't mean someone else should, especially since you weren't even in the argument to begin with. Not your place. Am I the asshole for punishing my son after he said something racist? I don't even feel like I need to read this story for context. The answer is just no? That's what you should be doing? Am I the asshole for announcing, what do you mean by quote unquote announcing, that my dad's not paying for my college tuition? My aunt and uncle are paying for my cousin's college. My dad has a college fund for me, but he has stipulations like he wanted nothing below a B for grades and to pre-approve any classes I take. What? Weekly meetings to discuss grades and a bunch of other stuff, which would be fine if you have a normal dad. Mine isn't. That doesn't sound normal to me. Like, that sounds like you're way overprotective of your daughter and you just need to let go. Especially like at the college level. That is whenever my parents largely let me go. They didn't care what classes I took. They didn't care what I went to school for. Like, you just need to let your kid go. Like, I can understand wanting your daughter to do well, but there's a point where that is just way too much. I think this already crosses lines. My dad has a temper, and I spent 6th through 12th grade stressed out about grades and being screamed at or grounded over things that sometimes weren't even my fault, like a teacher not updating online grading and an assignment being marked missing because of it, and getting my backpack and locker randomly searched by him for no reason besides to make sure I'm not hiding anything. Oh my God, I decided to pay for school myself because 1, not being stressed over getting screamed at. 2, I didn't feel like constantly worrying that he'd disapprove of a class or a grade and decide not to pay, which I could totally see him doing. I'd rather be in debt than controlled for 4 more years. I just finished my first year. Well, my family got together on the 4th, and well, sometimes they're nosy. They were talking about my cousin's school, and my uncle looked at my dad and said, well, how much is my name school costing you? I said, what are you asking him for? I'm the one paying it. Later on, my dad was pissed off and said that it was out of line to say that, and I embarrassed him. I didn't do it to embarrass him. I was just being honest. He doesn't even know how much tuition is, so he was the wrong person to You are absolutely not the asshole your dad is. Oh my God, I love this. His emotions are not yours to manage. You told the truth. Shit, expand on it. Yeah, there were too many micromanaging string attached to accepting money that I didn't want to relive my anxiety-ridden high school years. Woo! It's embarrassing to him that you hate his control so much that you turned down college being paid, and rightly so. He should be embarrassed. Yes, he should be. Am I the asshole for dropping our dinner on the ground and walking out when my boyfriend asked me, what's for dinner tonight, bitch? I don't even need to read it. He's the asshole. What the hell? That kind of talk is like, he's talking like he owns you. Am I the asshole for getting up from my chair in the middle of Christmas dinner and shouting, shut the fuck up about my body, in response to my husband's observations? Oh my God. Ever since I had my son a few months ago, my husband has started making indirect comments about my body. That's so ignorant. After pregnancy, it is so hard to get the same body that you once had. It's just ignorant. Holy shit. That would make me so fucking mad. He'd see me wearing an old top and say, oh, that top used to look good on you, but now, oh my God! I didn't know your waist could get this. Wow, imagine a woman's body changing after being pregnant for 9 months and having your body stretch. It's almost like it's not instant, or it's so hard to get your body back to the way it looked before pregnancy. It's crazy. This went on for months and months and months. I would not have dealt with it for that many months. Holy shit, I would have told him off. That's so rude. I agree it looks nice on you, though I have to admit that your waist could be smaller than this. Oh my God! Oh my, you know what? More power to you. I'm so proud of you for standing up for yourself like that. He called me childish and told me to get therapy for my insecurities instead of verbally abusing him and scaring his away. Oh my God, he called you childish? As if his actions weren't childish at all toward your body? Holy fuck. I think the last thing your husband really wants is for you to get therapy. Yeah, he wants you to get your old body back. You'll discover that he is an emotionally abusive bully and stop feeling guilty for refusing to put up with his BS. Your husband is. Yeah, your husband is the asshole, absolutely. Jesus, that's fucked up, dude. This reminds me of something that I once did before. So I don't remember what the occasion was. I want to say it was a Christmas dinner as well, but I'm not actually sure. It was some holiday dinner, or maybe not holiday. Anyway, I don't even know. Some dinner that we were having with my family. And I stood up on my chair and I said, I like everybody in this room but Gina, my sister.
Okay, no hard feelings, but I hate you. Not joking. Bye.
Because my sister and I had recently had a big fight. We were teenagers, and teenage sisters that shared a room is a recipe for disaster. So we fought a lot on the basis of sharing a room and having to share things. And I remember being really upset that day because she destroyed my favorite butterfly neon lamp because I liked it. I liked having it on before bed, but that pissed her off because it was too bright. She couldn't sleep.
Way to blame the victim.
But like we had just fought and I remember like just getting up on my chair and saying that. And I own it. I know I was absolutely the asshole for saying that. I was just so fed up with my sister. And that's just a moment, that's a story that I will never forget. And to this day, my family makes fun of me for that. Like it's a joke in the family. We know it's fine. Me and my sister are both like, we laugh about it now. But yeah, for me to get up on my chair and just be like, I like everybody here but Gina. Like, why did I do that? I was so mad. I was like 13. There you go. You get my story and you can call me the asshole or not. I am definitely the asshole. Am I the asshole for telling Cashier that wasn't the girl's credit card? I was in a higher end department store today, rhymes with looming tales, and happened to end up next to two teenage-aged girls while shopping. One of the girls had picked out a pair of very expensive boots and they were fawning over them. Second girl must have looked at price tag and asked boots girl if she's really gonna spend that much on boots. Girl with boots says something along the lines of, it's fine, I have my dad's credit card, I'm not paying, which instantly caught my attention because that's not her card. I've told my son multiple times he's never allowed to use my card, so I'm interested to see how this girl thinks that she's going to get away with fraud, but had split up from the girls at this point because they had found something else. Wait, huh? Why would you like A plus B equals C, like does not equal Z? Like, I don't understand why you came to that instant conclusion. What if she just has a rich daddy, then she can get whatever she wants? Like, that's none of his business, really. I don't understand. We end up at the same register, me behind, and I see her total hit well over 4 digits. The girl is about to swipe her card when I decide that I can't let her get away with something like this, and someone has to parent this kid if no one else will. Dude, that is not your job! Even if that is the case, like, you don't know, for one, and two, that is way too invasive. Holy shit, it's not your job. I tell the cashier that it isn't her card, but her father's, and I'm not sure she has permission. Girl and friend turn and glare at me, giving me possibly the dirtiest look I've ever seen. I swear this girl was going to throw a tantrum right there. I don't think she was ever told no. Girl tells the cashier her father gave her the card to shop with because it's the store's credit card and it shows him the points. Now that I've pointed out it wasn't hers, cashier tells her that she can't use that card. Girl tries to show ID to prove they have the same last name. Yeah, that will help. And I tell her it's still fraud. Girl says it's not fraud because she has permission and tells me to mind my own business. I mean, yeah, you should mind your own business, honestly. I tell her that it is my business, that she's doing something illegal. You don't know that! She needs to pay her with her own card or I call the cops. Girl is pissed now and people are glaring at me. She used her own card and leaves crying. Cashier looks mad at me and I tell my husband when I get home only for him to agree that I was in the wrong. Yes, you are! That's not even a question! Did it ever occur to you that she was telling the truth and her dad has given her the credit card? Mind your own business, I know. Like, the dad can see in his own bank account how much she's spending and then discipline her later if she overdoes it, but that is their thing to solve, not yours. Like, huh? Click this link, it'll save your life. Are you sure?
Hey, Roman numeral 7, babe, drop it. If this world was mine, I'd take it, dreams and
I am the dumbest piece of shit. I love ooh-ee-ah. I love every iteration of ooh-ee-ah. I am a basic ass bitch that loves this meme and I will die on this hill. All right, we're just gonna end it with the ooh-ee-ah. Exploring the Am I the Asshole subreddit has left me extremely tired that I didn't expect to feel. I'm tired, y'all. Damn, these situations. But this would be a lot better if I did this with a friend. I think I should bring a friend in here, a collab, and we can be the judges for these and go through some good ones together. But for now, that was this week's episode. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye!